Hello everybody, we're going to go live. Going live here for a few moments. I'm going to update everyone on the current casino DAPs that's taking place. Going live. Going to give it a few moments, let everyone hop on, or whoever's going to hop on this Saturday afternoon. I don't think I've ever done a live this late on Saturday. Maybe I have. We'll see who comes on, if anyone. As you come on, just say hello. We're going to get started talking about what's going on new in the casino DAP space. Hello everyone, hello. So we got, my computer says 4, my phone says, oh, let me lower that down. Alright, what's up? What's up? Hey Lucky TV, how's it going? We are going to start rolling, start talking about these casino DAPs and what's going on. Crypto Riri, what's up? That's awesome. All right, got a lot of things to talk about today. Going to catch up on a few things. Got some got a new casino DAP out. Going to talk about that. Yeah, Bankroll is out. I'd prefer not to talk about that. How do you win the jackpot though? Which jackpot are you talking about, Crypto Riri? I can talk about Bankroll. I'm certain people are going to bring that up. We're going to be talking about a new, we're going to be talking about a new one over here. Let's see, my wallet's connected. Oh, it is. We're going to be talking about a new DAP here, a new casino DAP, Tron Next. We'll talk about it. I'm going to do more of a full review on this later, but I'll tell you my initial thoughts. My first thought is that the doggone thing's hard to see. That's my first thought. I've got one token, I think. Mine Tron Next. You know, I just mined like one token here. I'm going to talk about it a little bit. You know, I got mixed feelings about this one, to be honest with you. There's a couple of things I like. You know, here's the thing with all these DAPs, and I'm going to go through all of them. Here's the interesting thing about all of them. It seems like the more there are, there's all these little improvements and little strategies that get implemented along the way, and they tend to get a little bit better with time. I mean, I really think they tend to get better with time, and I've seen better improvement from the new casino launches than I've seen from the old ones. And I know some of you are 888 fanboys and Tron Bet fanboys, and that somehow offends you, but just know I'm a fanboy of the space, so I try to be objective about the space. I'm rooting for all of them. I want someone to make it, and I want them to make it big. But I noticed that when there's a new casino out, they tend to make some very interesting adjustments. And I don't know, I'm not technical enough. I think part of that might be because they can't. I think part of it might be because they can't easily change games and interfaces. I could be wrong on that, but I know it's smart contracts, so like. They probably can't easily change the house edge and things like that. For example, they can't change the mining stages if they realize it was too aggressive or not aggressive. So, you know, I've even wondered if some of the same owners run the same casino DAPs. It would just make sense to me because some of them are just so similar. But we'll talk about Tron Next towards the end. There's a few things I like about it. The main thing I don't like about it is I think this interface is ugly. I don't think it's ugly. I think it's hard to see. That's the truth. I'm like, man, couldn't they adjust some of this coloring? We got like every shade of blue on the screen. All right, so let's come over here to Crypto Dividend first. This is a website everyone should be aware of. Hello, Taurus. Everyone should be aware of Crypto Dividend. Like, this is the one that tells the real truth. When you see things like Royal Online Vegas, 0.8%, 4.11%, and I kind of like to see the consistent ones. Tron Vegas. I do not know who's playing on Tron Vegas, but they are producing a 0.35% daily return. I actually got, Tron Vegas is one that I feel like I need more of. Hello, Richard. Hey, how's it going? Tron Vegas is one I feel like I need to have a little bit more of. 888.24%. You know, all the Tron Bet guys like to hate on 888, but from a sheer yield return standpoint, I mean, it's kind of hard to hate it on. I mean, they've been a consistent 0.2, 0.3, 0.5%. Tron Bet's been pretty consistent. Problem is their token is so expensive. It's good for the guys holding the token, but it's not good for their returns if they bought the token at this price. And Tron Bet's we've not had a lot of opportunity to buy Tron Bet cheap. Yes, 17 demand. We're going to cover all of them. We're going to cover all of them. I'm just kind of doing a top-down look. Dootron, for whatever reason, doesn't show up on here. I wonder why. PokerTron hasn't showed up on here yet either. But we're going to go through all of them. Let's go hit Tron Vegas. Tron Vegas, I actually need more Tron Vegas. I don't have a lot of Tron Vegas. I've been messing around with a roulette a little bit, but I got what, 17? What? Is that a dividend? That's the first dividend I've ever gotten from here. That's awesome. Let me just withdraw that right now. I didn't even know I had that. Is that a dividend? Holy crap. Or is that tokens? Maybe it's tokens. But I think my tokens, yeah. Dog. I thought I could withdraw it. Okay. Confirm. That was from playing last night. I mess around with roulette over here quite a bit. When I say quite a bit, I've only got 85 tokens. But I mess around with the roulette. I could show my roulette strategy. You want me to show my roulette strategy? It's a gamble 'em up strategy. All these other games, by the way, mine's looks kind of interesting. There was a game way back when on the Windows, like it used to be one of the default games on Windows called Mines, and that's what it kind of reminds me of. But every one of the other games, Dragon Tiger really looks kind of like, I could be wrong, but it looks like a cross between like Baccarat and Dice or something. Dice, everybody's familiar with that. Skyrocket is kind of like Moon, the best I can tell. And Tron Spin is a little bit like Ring, but give them credit for trying to look a little more original. But they do got a working roulette. The roulette is solid. I'll show you the roulette. Roulette is solid. My strategy for roulette, I got two strategies I like to play. It's total gamble strategy. It's not mining. It's just gambling. One is I start with the smallest token, which is 10, and you really need about 2,000, 3,000, 5,000 Tron to really have fun with this strategy. But it's one of those where you win big or not, or you hang out for a long time playing the same bets over and over. But my strategy I got two. I got an aggressive and a conservative. So my aggressive strategy is I play all the 1/3 bets. Like this is a 1/3 bet, so it pays like 3x. If you see right there, multiplier is 3x, so 10 will pay 30. So I'll put one here, I'll do this. One here, one here, one here, one here, one here, one here. That's just to gamble it up. And then what happens is, all right, I'll show it. So I'm not going to play a full round, but just to show you. So we'll take a roll, we'll see what it does. It does got some good sounds. One of the few sounds, I mean, it's got a good roulette sound to it. Really? That sucks. So in that case, which that's only the second or third time this happened, obviously, but then I double every bet, martingale. Doot, doot. And it looks like it's super aggressive, but it's less aggressive than you think, because typically two bets are going to hit at the same time, no matter what comes up, unless it's the zeros. And then whatever happens, boom. So right here. And then the first thing I do is clear this bet, and I clear this bet, because that's what hit, right? The 23, yep. And then I do the martingale on all the other ones. And then I place a single bet back on the ones that hit, and then I spin again and see what hits. And I literally keep going until I hit a max bet, which is 640 or 1,000, depending on how high I go up. Sometimes you don't hit that for a while, and you can hit some big wins. Where this one hurts you, where it will eventually hurt you, is when the ball keeps landing in the same general vicinity. Then you don't ever get a chance to, you end up having to progress on these other bets. But that's it. That's one strategy that I play. The other strategy that I'll play is, that's more conservative, is I just play like even, red, and 1 to 18. So I'm playing multiples of 2. And I'm martingale, instead of thirds, this pays off a 2x, this pays off a 2x, this pays off a 2x instead of a 3x. That's a lot slower, a little more conservative. So that's the other strategy that I play on roulette. But that's what I do when I'm messing around on Tron Vegas. But I probably should just buy some of these tokens at some point. I like playing a little bit because I know it's good for the ecosystem. So I do like playing a little bit. And roulette's kind of interesting. I actually never play roulette in an actual casino. But neither here nor there. That's Tron Vegas. They got a working roulette. And I don't know. I wonder if it's the roulette players. I don't know who's playing this so much. But they put out some of the most consistent dividends, which I think is crazy to me. one thing that I've noticed, it's almost like, you guys know, I've talked about it before, with all these casinos, and we're going to go through all of them on this. I'm going to give you my updated thoughts on all of them. It's because there's so few players. I really think I don't even think there's 10,000 players across the entire ecosystem. And I could be wrong on that, but I don't think there are. With that being said, it's almost like you can kind of tell when 888's hot this week, Tron Vegas is hot this week. You can almost kind of tell that, which I think is fascinating. But Tron Vegas has been relatively straightforward, but clearly the people who are playing on Tron Vegas are players. They're not miners at all. And I don't think there's a lot of miners messing around with a lot of these, except the newer ones. Now, 888 Tron. They're supposed to be bringing out the roulette soon. I'm kind of looking forward to the roulette. I want to test it out. Obviously, you know, I like to play a little bit. I want to see what happens with their roulette. But their dividends have actually been relatively consistent. I mean, every 2 days I'm getting about 100. I had 70 in the last payout. I want more tokens. I have a buy order right now in for about 600 tokens. If I get about 6,000 tokens, I'm going to be getting about 100 Tron every 2 days. I'm sorry, 100 a day. That's my goal. That's my first goal, is the active platforms to get Tron I'll get about 100 Tron. That's what I'm working towards. So 888 is where I'm kind of focusing on doing that. It's going to be interesting. I hope their roulette comes out soon. Hopefully this isn't up here saying soon forever. We'll have to see how they develop. That's for sure. So that's where we're at with 888. By the way, I've got links to everything in the description, even the new one, Tron Next, which I'll be talking about in a moment. So let's come over to Tron Bet. Now, Tron Bet, give Tron Bet credit for being the OG, but I'm trying to figure out, what are they doing? Like, they've had development up here forever, and people keep messaging me like, oh yeah, you know, did you hear they're coming out with PvP? And I'm like, okay, but when? And if any of you guys know a timeline, put it in the chat. Let's hear it. If you know what's going on, what the current timeline is, let's hear it. But here's what I like about Ante, their token. First of all, they do pretty good. They got some big players over here. You'll see these divs move a lot up and down. Like, I've watched them go from 2 million to within 30 minutes 4 million, back down to 3 or 4 million, 2 million. I mean, that tells me there's some big players on Tron Bet, or a bunch of players maybe. And I love the social aspect of Tron Bet. They've got that down better than everybody else. Yeah, they say poker's coming out soon. Yeah, soon is such a relative word in this space, isn't it? But Tron Bet is Tron Bet's best thing they have going for them, in my opinion, is, and I hesitate to do this because it's going to make noise, but I think I got it turned down. I don't know if it makes noise on your end. Can you guys hear that? Hopefully you can't. The best thing about them is this social function. That is the absolute best thing. It is actually kind of fun to play this ring game, for example, and to watch people chatting and talking in here. And why more casinos don't have that social function, I don't know. But it's a lot more fun, for sure, for that feature. But I want to see them come up with something else. They need to come out with something else if they're going to. Here we're at 2 million. And here's the thing. I only have 153 ante, so these just don't look that great. But if I had 1,500 ante, this would be looking good. If I had 3,000, this would definitely be out earning 888. It's just that these are 25. These are going for 24, 25 Tron right now, where 888's going for like 4 and 5. 888's a better return on your investment if you buy the token at current prices. But on a token per token earning, they're definitely a better earner. So I want to get some ante. I just want to see. Sorry for those of you that are holding ante tokens, but I want to see that token pull back because I'd love to buy some more, for sure. Because I don't have nearly enough. All right. You know what I didn't talk about up here? Tron Raider. Man, I got to talk about Tron Raider. Let's mention that real quick while I'm thinking about it. Tron Raider. So Tron Raider. Oh, I got a star bonus to claim. So as you can obviously see, I do play on these. I like Tron Raider. I mean, give them credit for putting a graphical spin on some old games. I mean, the games themselves are not revolutionary, but the graphics make it fun. The dividends over here are okay. Let's see, if I had Well, if I had 3,000 rubies, which rubies are expensive, but if I had 3,000 rubies, then that would have me about 600 TRX. So that would be a lot. So I need some more rubies for sure. Let's move these over. Can't be missing out on my dividends. One thing that I like about I love it and I don't like it. I like that they pay you automatically. Like you don't, just like Tron Bet, you don't have to like do anything. You just get the payment, which is cool. The only thing that I don't like about it is I don't always, because I get Tron coming a little bit from everywhere that I don't always know where it came from. That's the only thing that I don't like. I like when I go and I actually withdraw, but then you have to remember to do it. Sometimes you forget. You're like, oh yeah, I forgot about Tron Raider. When you go and you actually withdraw it, it gives me a chance to make plans. Like, okay, I'm gonna gamble with this. I'm gonna mine with this. I'm gonna freeze this. That kind of thing. And I like to be able to do that and make plans like that. Because I freeze Tron just about every single day. And so I got 40. My first goal was 30. Now my next goal is probably to get 300. Man, if I had 400 of these though, I would have 70 TRX, which will probably by the end of the day might reach 100. Man, that's good to see, especially on a day where it looks like it's quite low. It's like that's kind of within reach. We'll have to see. I need to do the math and see what the return on that investment is at the current price. I'm not sure. But that's Tron Raider. Enough about that. Everybody hyped it. Here's what it comes down to on all these games. I try to think about the player experience. Everybody hyped it because it was doing so well in the moment. But now everyone except the hardcore players have moved on to something else. But look, there's 6 players in here. The day after dividends there was 50. And weekends are typically pretty good. Let's see how many show up this time. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's just brutal. 6. Yeah, 6 players. Man. But even with 6 players, the dividends on a per token or per ruby basis, the dividends aren't bad. So, and it's probably because they're so early in the stages of mining, which is fine. I mean, that's fine. That means it could be a consistent earner for you for a while if you had enough. Some of you got a lot of rubies. I was late to the game. I didn't think they were going to pay, and they did. God bless them. All right. Next up, let's talk about Royal Online Vegas. All right, so I'm going to say this. This is probably my favorite game. It probably is. Even over my favorite platform, it's my favorite game. And that's more important to me, or as important as the game. I love this game. It's a lot of fun. I need to play it some more. I got 3rd place. Got this 1500 Tron bonus, I think, yesterday. What I don't like about this is their current monster. So this monster was 15,000 Tron, and this monster is like a random 2,000 Tron. So you play and you don't get near the bonuses. I kind of thought originally maybe the monsters would be based off of the previous play, like a certain percentage they would drop more. But that looks a little bit lame to me, to be honest with you. I don't like it. I don't like how it drops so much, because you're just not as excited to play for 1,000 Tron. Although I don't think the monster has as many quote-unquote hit points, so it doesn't take as long. Or maybe, I don't remember what the last monster's hit points were. But it's a fun game. I mean, I know some of you have commented in comments that you really like this game. It's a lot of fun. Good player experience for sure. So this, one more thing about them. I don't know why it's set up for mobile view. It's kind of weird, right? I agree with you for that. I agree with you. I don't understand why that is. But one good thing, oh, wrong one. It is what it is. You got to know it going into it. Here it is. They pay weekly. The good thing about that is it gives you a chance to stack up some Tron. But you have to freeze for it. It really takes 2 weeks to get a payment. Because you have to, when you play, have we got anything down here? Okay. Whenever you play, you have to click freeze, and it freezes it. But like, it goes by season. So if you play right now and freeze it, well, the next season is going to start here in 3 hours. So that's the next season. But you have to keep your Tron frozen for an entire season. If you unfreeze it to try to sell or whatever, you can't get any dividends for that season or the next season, because it has to be frozen for an entire season, which means a season is a week. So I made the mistake. I had like 400 TMEV unfrozen, or frozen, sorry. And then I was looking here, it's like your TMV qualified for payout, and it was like 400 and something. But I had like 1,000 your TMV frozen for next season, and it was like 1,000 and something. And I thought, I don't understand. That was my total at the time, and I was like, I don't understand. So I came over here, unfroze it, and then froze it again, and I was like, crap. It said 0 right here, and your TMV frozen for next season, and it had the total, which is now 4,000 and something. So I've kept it frozen this entire time. I have not unfrozen. I've added to it, and what's about to happen is in 3 hours, I will, then all of a sudden it will say the total amount qualified will be this amount here, will be qualified. And then next week you get the payout. What I like about it, there's plenty of things not to like about it. Who doesn't want to get paid every day? But what I like about it is it kills the incentive for dumping around payouts, I think. I feel like that anyway. I feel like it makes it kind of, and you almost have to wait an entire week to see how payouts are going to be. But even before you wait to see, you can't suddenly freeze, be like, oh, I want to get in on this payout and quickly freeze. You can't do that. So you gotta, it prevents, it kind of, I don't want to say manipulation because a lot of people use that word too loosely, but it prevents people from jumping in to get the payout, just for the payout. So I think that's kind of cool, and it's going to pay out about 2,500 Tron for 10,000 TMV or TMEV. That's, I mean, I want to get 10,000. If I get 10,000, that's more than 100 Tron per day. If that remains, I think last time it was, I can't remember if it was what it was last time, but it was around, maybe it's 1,500 or maybe it's 3,000. I don't remember, but it's gonna be interesting to see how much the next one's gonna be. I want to play this game a lot more. Like when I think about saving up for a bankroll to play with, this is definitely one of the 2 games I want to play a lot because I find it a lot of fun. I will tell you this, I'm covering all these casino DAPs. I don't recommend that you play or that you buy into any of these DAPs if gambling is not, I mean, if you got a problem with gambling, you shouldn't even probably be watching this video, to be honest with you. And if it goes against laws or whatever in your jurisdiction, and if you know you're not supposed to be gambling, don't do it. It's just bad for the ecosystem. Don't even do it. Don't want someone to make an example out of you. It's just not necessary. Don't do it. Make sure you're abiding by all laws. All right. Next up, but this is one of my favorites. Next up, Dootron. Now, Dootron. Nobody talks about this thing. This is a freaking sleeper. It pays freaking consistently. And yes, I've got a lot to do, and I have never, ever regretted it. That's interesting. BitMEX. When are the DAPs going to mix in console desktop games? Yeah, that's what I'm looking for too. But this thing pays like a champ. Look, I get over 100 TRX on most days. 3 days ago I got 70, but the day before that I had 300. The day after that I had like 120. Here I am at 276. We're already at 56. Probably will hit 100 today. I've got a little do here. I'm going to freeze that. I do not sell my do tokens at all. I sold a few one time. I don't sell them anymore. I keep them babies frozen. This thing just pays, and I think it's because it serves the customer. I mean, the player. It's graphical. It's interesting. The jackpot now pays. It's got a good community in the Telegram. The jackpot just creeps up, creeps up, creeps up. People like to pay it or play it or they don't. But you know, somebody's like, Dootron sucks. It sucks ass. Okay, great, beautiful. But clearly, I can tell you because I watch it pay dividends. There are people who like to play it, and Do is pretty cheap right now. It was yesterday, 0.57. I thought, wow. I did the math. The return for day before yesterday was I did the math, I think, on 100 TRX, and it was selling for like 0.6, I think. Don't quote me on it, but the return was like 0.7% a day. I thought, wow, that is just beautiful. And if I didn't have so much Do already, but I'm heavy into Dootron. I want 888 and Tron Vegas next. What? Is it just me, or does the shade in the card holder look like a face? I don't know what you're talking about. This right here? I don't see a face there. That's creepy. I don't see a face at all. Hair? I'm gonna let it go. And eyebrows, hair and eyebrows. Yeah, I don't see that. That's kind of creepy. We're gonna move along. August, I don't see that. All right, here we go. Now, I would love to hate on Tron Crush for a little bit. Talk about someone screwing up a launch. Screwing up a launch. Now, with that being said, I do play over here a little bit. I come over here and I'll just roll the dice a little bit, especially when I watch this thing and see how low it is right here. Don't make me roll. Okay. Every now and again, it'll click between 20, and if it gets too low in the 20s, I put a roll in. And you can see a bunch of 200s. Literally, this thing here is keeping Tron Crush paying right now, because that's where you can watch the bets. Most of the bets are over 200. Most of them are definitely over 200. And this is the same few wallets. Like, people are just watching it and playing it. But the dividends look like crap. The last dividend was 44, but I thought, okay, as low as these dividends are, again, it's because it's early mining stages. I'm due to get squat today. Look at this. The other day I got like 7, but I thought if they pick up just a little bit, but they're not doing a whole lot now. I'm in no rush to get more TCT. But they just had a horrible launch and they've not recovered from that. That should be a lesson for all these casino DAPs. You cannot have that kind of a bumpy launch. You know what, Taurus? Taurus thinks it's bots playing for the jackpot. Yeah, it could be, or devs. It could be anyone playing for the jackpot. But I really don't care. It pays for the dividends. I mean, that's what it was supposed to do all along anyway. But if it's bots, then somebody's going to keep right on playing. It's going to be interesting. If it is bots, it's going to be really fascinating to see what happens, because it could just someone's going to hit it eventually. When they hit it, it might just be no more playing period on Tron Crush. Which is okay, because some of these casinos are going to fall to the wayside, and they might be one of them. I'm in no real hurry. If you do the math, they're paying out a decent percentage, but they're on some days. But their TCT divs are just so low. I'm in no hurry to buy more. I'm not selling. I'm not selling any tokens, but I'm not buying more. That's for sure. Now let's talk about my favorite platform. It is my favorite platform. By the way, if you want to go take a dive on Tron Crush, links in the description. It is a functioning casino. Links for everything is in the description. But play responsibly. Don't play if you're not supposed to in your jurisdiction. Look at this. Did someone hit that? Or I think it's a countdown. So I'm going to tell you something. This UI is all jacked up right now. So I'm going to tell you something that I figured out. Somebody said, Chris, my buddy Chris said, what do you think? Be qualified, only bet 100 TRX. Well, I think that's changed. It used to be 200, I think. I don't know why it's not showing right now. Whatever that number was, okay. So it's 95 times they've hit a flush, and the rewards is 85,000. So Chris says, what about bank luck? Is that a serious question? I think I'm going to keep withdrawing. I'm going to keep withdrawing. I saw everybody covering bank luck. I thought, yeah, okay. Non-profit casino with a 3% house edge. Okay, so here's what's interesting. I don't know what all this is about. I don't know what all this is about, but 95 times that somebody's hit a flush. So I got to look into that. Like, wow. Chris said, how much did they spend to get that 85,000 reward? I mean, because that's a lot of times you've had to hit a flush. So I did some math. The odds of hitting a flush, I didn't do some math. I did Google math. The odds of hitting a flush on five cards on what they call the flop, the first 5 cards, is 1 in 118. I believe is what I remember. 1 in 118. So I did some math on that. I was like, okay, so what if they had, like a macro bot or whatever you call it, where all they did was just click play, and then what would happen is, just to show you, what would happen, they would click play, and they kind of auto-mined it, sort of. They would click play. That was slow as molasses. Okay, they would click play, and then they would just click draw again, like that, and they would never hold the cards. And what if that's what they did? Well, it would take 118 times to do that. But they gotta have 100 token bet. I thought originally they didn't have to have a 100 token bet. I think they do now, and I don't know if that was always the case. But if it was a 100 token bet, they're probably losing money. But if it was a 10 token. How many 100K TRX you lost? Technically, I didn't lose any, I guess. I'm up overall. I've had 100 and I've had big losses. I made videos about it. But I'm up, Don, just so you know, overall. In fact, I was like, God, when I started this journey, I bought about 3,500 worth of Tron, and I'm up 37, whatever. And I freeze more all the time. Those of you see my other videos. The very first time I froze Tron, I had 3,000. And I just keep adding to it. I freeze Tron almost every single day. In fact, I've not done any of my normal withdrawals yet because I'm going to do some withdrawals and freeze it. It was 200, not 100. Oh, really? That's good to know, BitMEX. Okay, then maybe I was wrong because I was like, if they only have to make a minimum bet of 10, then they're in the positive if they do the macro thing. And I wonder if they're still doing that. Let's do some math on that. If it was 100 before, how much, just for fun, how much Tron would they had to have wagered? Let's see. So a 100 Tron bet will get you 2 draws if you're doing the just play and then draw. Okay, so we know that. So let's do 118 times 50 if they had to wager 100 before. So that's 5,900 TRX spent for one flush. Let's see what the max number is right here when it comes up. I'm up on Do. I lost on 888 for sure. 95 times 95. Ooh, my man has dropped 560,000 if that's the way he's doing it, or he's gotten lucky. That's crazy. That's crazy. Maybe he's just gotten lucky. I mean, I don't know. I can't imagine how much you've got to be playing to this. I mean, I think the same wallet's been in first place this entire time. That's mind-blowing. 95. Yesterday, it was at 50-something. I don't even know how you get that many flushes. It's got to be lucky as crap. But anyway, PokerTron, without question, is my favorite. My favorite. I think that it offers the best from player experience. I think there's a lot of people who will play PokerTron. I think a lot of people are playing PokerTron. I think it's hard to auto-mine. I am not a fan of auto-mining. I think auto-mining only helps the miners, and it only helps the whales that are going to try to jump in and jump out. And it's hard. It doesn't, long term, I don't think it's the best projection for the game. Like, I don't think it's great to have a bunch of people jump in and jump out just over mining. So when people get to play, I've had a lot of people in comments and in Discord and in Telegram groups talk about how fun they find video poker. I know for a lot of people it's their favorite. It's probably my second favorite. But the dividends have been pretty awesome too. If you saw my last video, literally, we got paid 200 to 1 on our PKT tokens. If you were mining the token, meaning you were playing, and when I say mining this one, I mean play it conservative. In one of my videos on my playlist for PokerTron, I've got a strategy video. I got how to play PokerTron, then I got a strategy video for PokerTron, then I got a betting strategy. If you just use a basic minimum bet and you follow what I show in the actual strategy for how to play, and you look at the description and you learn what hands to hold, because most people hold the wrong hands all the time. So if you know what hands to hold, then based off your statistical probability of the payoffs, basically, then when you do that long enough, then that's essentially mining. And that's how you have to do it. Most people aren't going to do that. Most people are just going to play because they just want to play. They just want to gamble it up. They want to do what I do sometimes and do the martingale strategies, or they just want to. They get an ace king of hearts, even though they got 2 2s there. They're supposed to hold the 2 2s, but they want to swing for the fences, so they're going to hold that ace king and hearts, and they're just going to gamble it up. And that's the player experience, and that's what they want to do. And if that's what they want to do, so be it. That's awesome. But if you're playing it as conservative as possible, with the goal is losing the least amount as possible, then over, probably thousands of bets, you're going to get close to that statistical house edge, which is probably, I'm assuming, around 2% or less. If that's the case, then the last dividend payout was the most lucrative dividend payout of any platform, period. Because if the house edge is 2%, and it might not be that high, but if it is 2%, then 100 tokens got you 100 TRX wager got you 2 PKT tokens. That's crazy. That means each token was worth approximately 1 TRX to mine. The cheapest any token has been to mine. And so when they paid out last time, I had about 3,000 PKT, 3,100 maybe PKT on the last payout. We got just over 6,000 Tron. We literally got a 200% payout, plus we're still holding our tokens. I mean, that was crazy. That was the only time I've seen a dividend payout that it basically paid a full ROI plus profits on the very first mining stage. Now, maybe Tron Bet did that in the beginning when it was brand new and everybody was just going to mine it to oblivion. Even 888 and their best, they didn't pay out a full ROI payout, even in their best. And it's because the Tron... Someone link this video. It's because of the full. Sorry, it's because of the full. I think it's because of how cheap the token is to mine. What's going to be fascinating is I haven't noticed yet if this is on KiwiDex. Someone said it's on DDEX, and I don't know. I don't know if it is or not. But I'm curious. Like, so what's the price going to be? Like, how low would they try to dump it if they want to dump it? But the second stage, and here's the thing: they don't pay out daily. They actually pay out at the end of the stage, which could suck if player volume dry up because you're stuck watching dividend payouts, but it's not ever happening. And that may be, if people stop playing it, that's why someone would dump this token eventually. But the good news is it only takes 55 TRX wagered, not 6,000. It only takes 55, so we should move through the stages pretty quick. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. So I did some math, though, because I was trying to figure out, okay, so we're obviously going to get diluted. And if my math is right, if all you did was mine during stage 1 and you stopped mining, you got about a 200% ROI. It was a little bit over that, but let's just say it was 200% ROI. Return on your mining cost. If you didn't mine any more in stage 2, you're going to get diluted by 50% because there's going to be, another whatever tokens, I don't even know how many gets mined. I'm not even sure. I think it's like 1 million. Anyway, there's going to be double the tokens mined. So your dividends are going to get cut in half. So you'll get 50% of the dividends that you got before if you don't mine any in stage 2. Plus, it's 10% more expensive to mine. So here's what's crazy. That's about a 40% reduction or dilution, which means in stage 2, if you were able to get a good mining cost in stage 1, instead of getting 200%, if my math is right, we're gonna get like 160% payoff based off the mining that we did in stage 1. That's crazy to me. Like, that's unbelievable. So needless to say, I've been mining this a little bit more as well. I've been playing this. I've actually played this more than anything else probably, just because I'm like, wow, hey, it's kind of fun. I've played video poker in casinos and stuff, but not a ton. And I think what people like about it is it can kind of be a slow grind. It can suck too, because I went 12 hands yesterday and didn't get anything above a 1x, and only got 1 or 2 of those. And I was just doing 10 bets. If you're mining, you just do 10 bets. Most of the time, I do the martingale strategy, me personally. I just play it, and it's because I like to gamble it up a little bit. I don't do it if I have a big bankroll and I'm just trying to mine, but I do it. Look at that. I just dropped a freaking straight. Wow. Yes, I'll take that. Give me my 4x. Yep. So that wasn't a good way to show you how to lose. Yeah, BitMEX, that's the gambling strategy for sure. Your strategy of trying to go for the big payoffs. So obviously this is, if I just get the 1x, then that's a push. If you've ever played blackjack, you know what a push is. So I don't change my bet, no matter what. Even if I've progressed up, I don't change my bet. Here we go again. We're going to talk about the new casino on the block next. I got mixed feelings about that one. See that card change? That freaks people out sometimes. Doo-doo. So I lost, so I'll up it. And typically what I'll do is I'll martingale up to about 10% of my bankroll. That's just my strategy. That's just me. You play how you want to play. You do you. If I get just a top pair here, like an ace or queen pairs, I consider it a push and I don't raise my bet. So I lost, I'll double it. What I like about doing this strategy, what I like about doubling it, it gives me a chance to mine a little more. And if you got a big enough bankroll, you can go like this for a while sometimes, unless you just get crushed. But it gives you a chance too on occasion, because when I got like, 3,000, 5,000 TRX that I'm gambling with, I mean, I'll go all the way up to like 320 for a bet. The cool thing is, it's always like, man, if one of those big ones hit, that's going to be awesome that I have 320 out there as opposed to 10. It's just, not the most effective for mining costs because it's going to bite you. But it's just gamble it up a little bit. Have fun. So I got squat. I'll stop right here, no matter what happens. Lost. Min bet. I always have a habit of hitting min because I don't want to accidentally hit play with a big bet up there. But that's video poker, and they're saying blackjack's going to come out at the end of May. If that's true, this platform, I mean, they're going to have solid players just through the next stage of I mean, this weekend. I think this is going to be hit by this weekend because stage 2 started yesterday. I don't even know if we're in 24 hours of stage 2 yet. We're almost halfway. So I've got to play this some more today. I'll be playing it a bit more when I do my withdrawals because I want some more. I want to get 10,000 of those tokens because this could be a long-term payoff. Here's the new one. Let's talk about the new kid on the block, and they're doing things a bit different. Can we just say these shades of blue is hard to see. I think it's ugly. Personally, I think it's ugly. Let's talk about them for a moment. So they got a couple of new offerings. They got one of the better looking slot plays. We'll talk about that. I mean, it looks very similar to 888. In fact, if I look at it, I have not actually played the slot on 888. It might be identical. Just graphically looks a little bit better. There's only one slot. I can't figure out why they can't have multiple slots. All your online casino games have like 10, 20, 30, 40 slots, your online casinos, your actual online casinos. And I can't figure out why they don't offer more slots with various themes. Like, does it actually cost more to create? I mean, is that even, why is that not possible? I don't understand it. It seems like it would really basically be a bunch of UI stuff, but neither here nor there. Is anybody playing slot? Can we tell? Yep, no one. Doesn't look like anybody's playing right now. This is a new casino launched today or yesterday. There's a link in the description right under the PokerTron. But it's new. People are going to probably mine it. And I don't know how this is going to do. I mean, they got this Lucky Tron. This game's interesting. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Hopefully you can't. Let me know if you can. I don't want you to hear it because it's loud. I don't fully know how to play this. I'm going to look into it. I'm going to do a full review on this casino later, like a full review and talk about the games or whatnot. At least I plan to. I say I'm going to do that, but something else more exciting may come along. I'm thinking about mining this one just a little bit, get about 100 tokens or so, just to see, because you never know what's going to kick off and who's going to do what. I don't think it offers a ton more personally, other than their promotions, and I'll get to their promotions in a minute. They got some aggressive promotions. They got a normal dice game. You know the way I like to play dice. Here's what's interesting about them. If you try to mine it, the minimum bet is 50. If you try to they do go auto mining, which I'm not a fan of long term, but people are going to mine it. So it is what it is. I'm definitely going to mine it a little bit, and I'll probably auto mine it. But this is my gamble strategy. I like to, sometimes I'll set it to 30, but for whatever reason, It doesn't make logical sense. I like to set it to 40. Because I want to win more than just my money back when I martingale. Ooh, I won that one. If I win, roll. And this is what I do on Tron Crush too. What's going to happen? Ooh, I lost over. So we're going to martingale. See, I want to win more than just my money back. This is why or my Tron back, which is why I play for more. But this thing is expensive to mine. I don't know. They're taking a whole different approach than PokerTron. I got it back, so we'll go back to MinBet. They're taking a whole different approach to PokerTron, and I don't understand it. I'm going to show you that here in a minute. Do you guys think auto mining is a good thing or a bad thing for these casinos? Let me know your thoughts. Do you think it's good or bad for player experience for the casino? And do you like it? Do you prefer it? What's going to happen? Do I got this one? No, I got to go up again. Is it going to pay off? Come on. Yay! MinBet. Out of here. All right. But that's probably not how I'm going to mine it. I might do that a little bit, but I'm going to actually do the auto mine to mine this one. Now, here's the thing. I'm mining it so far. It takes, I don't know where I could see that at. Hang on. Wherever, I'm not seeing it right now. Hang on. Maybe it's here. Yeah. 999 TRX wager to mine one. Who in their right mind would go on casino to auto bet? Haha. Don, do you understand how mining works? Have you mined any? You haven't mined any of these? I don't understand. Anyway, I agree with you, Ninja, South Carolina Ninja, maybe. Oh, gotcha. yeah. Exactly, Don. That's my thing. That's why I hate the auto mining, because I don't think it does good things for the overall player experience. Because even on Tron Bet, man, when people were auto mining, the players who were playing Ring, you could watch them talk, and they would be all excited, and they couldn't wait till they got their dividend payout, and they would all talk about how exciting it was to get that dividend payout. Then they would just go gamble it up. But then when all the miners dried up, they were all pissed off because all of a sudden their dividend payout wasn't very much. And I think it's better for the casino, and it's better for the players and the player dividends. I mean, who should really get the dividends ultimately are the people playing the platform who wants to support the platform and play on it. They may sell the tokens because they want more Tron, but they're playing on it. That's really and truly the best win-win scenario for the actual business itself of the casino. But it's 999 Tron to get one. And I'm like, what? That's crazy. That's the exact opposite. They're going to start payouts, I think that's 39 hours on the 8th, right? Yeah, on the 8th, so maybe it's 39 hours. They're going to start dividend payouts, but here's what they say. They say that you can, let me see, you get dividends every second, but somewhere in here I was reading, dividends calculated every hour, withdrawal of dividends instantly at any time, only frozen TNX can earn dividends. So you're able to withdraw instantly. So I think that they're taking a different approach. This one, PokerTron, it's cheap to mine. Only 50, start at 50 TRX to wager. How could the devs be creating tokens for themselves? I mean, if you read in the white paper, they probably do have some for themselves. Oh, well, I haven't looked at the white paper. That's very possible that they a lot of times the devs will have tokens. They'll freeze them. You think Tron Crush devs dumped? Maybe they did. Wow, that's some conspiracy theory stuff there, Don. But maybe they did. Who can? I mean, we can't disprove it. That's for sure. Yeah, I do believe that happened. But KiwiDex also will list tokens without people's permission, so KiwiDex doesn't care. I don't know. I'll say this about Tron Crush. I thought their devs communicated better than any other devs in Telegram during all the drama. I mean, they were on it. They communicated a lot. They just had problem after problem. They had a horrible launch. Horrible launch. I'm going to mine some of this one for sure. I'm probably going to mine, I'll try to get about 100 TRX on this one and kind of see. I just want to see how it does. I mean, dividends may do well. The fact that you can withdraw at any point in time may prevent people from trying to, I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for, just wait for the payout to dump. So it may create a little bit of price stability. I don't know. What's interesting is their promotions are aggressive. 50 winners are going to split 500,000 TRX, 50 active players. Look, I already know for a fact it does not take a lot to be an active player in these casinos. They got so little volume. You got a few thousand Tron, you can probably be an active player for sure. And I'm not going to lie to you, I might give it a go. I mean, I'm going to take a look at it. I'm going to definitely, let me see. Somewhere I got to see when this launches. So look right here. Active player. Player total prize. So he's wagered 6 million Tron. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I can tell you I was here. That's a lot. I can tell you earlier when I was up here, it was like 50,000. I was like, that's reasonable. Where's the bottom at? See, this is 100,000 Tron. It's not hard to wager 100. That's not lose 100. That's wager 100,000. So if you wager 100,000 playing small bets, you would, if there's a 2% house edge, you would lose 2,000. In theory, everything's a theory, and there you would get your 2,000 back. But if you ran good, you might could win a little Tron on the way plus get your 2,000 back. 300,000, that's not impossible. The question is, how long does it last? 614 to 46 to 48. Is that right? So that's a 6 day. 2 weeks? What is that? 6 days? 7 days? You hit a straight flush earlier and flopped 2 full houses on Pokertron? Crazy. That is crazy, Ninja. Good job. 1,000 TRX for 18 frozen on what? On this? Dang, Paul. Oh, yeah. No, that's not right. Maybe I need to go freeze mine. Transfer. All. Yeah, somebody sent me a message the other day. They sent me a friend of mine sent me a photo. He got a straight flush. Freeze. Confirm. That's crazy. Good job. Good job. See, that's why people like to play video poker, because you have the chance. It's kind of like a slot machine. You can do the slow grinds, kind of like you do in blackjack, but then you still have the chance for the big one. Why did that not freeze? I'll worry about it later. Oh, you got to have 5 minimum to freeze. Okay, that's why. Okay. Wow, you got to be able to play this thing to freeze any. Someone said the divs will be a quarter of what it shows. That's not how. I don't know. I don't know how. I would have to look at the math on that. That's not how it worked on. Did you post the Tron Pay advertisement? I have not posted an advertisement on Tron Pay at all. Why is someone said you're the second person who said something? Is there something on Tron Pays? Oh, gotcha, Don. What? Gotcha. Really? Let's go check out Tron Pays. Let me finish talking about this while I'm doing it. The dividends, so they got this promotion for active player. They got one for the top winners, and then they got one for partners, which I guess is referrals and affiliates. So they got a lot of promotions. These are some of the biggest promotions that I've seen going. I think promotions do good things, and I think we need to see more creative promotion. But the biggest promotion that all these casinos can do, in my opinion, there's 2 things that every single DAP casino provides that a real-world internet casino does not provide at all. At all. Well, those of you, I appreciate it. Hit that thumbs up, ladies and gentlemen, for being here. And thank you, Tron Pays, to whoever posted that. I appreciate it. Smash that like button. Help me out. Subscribe if you haven't. Hopefully you won't be a stranger. You'll come back. We like to talk about Tron DAPs, cryptocurrency, the cryptocurrency revolution as a whole, but lately we've been stuck in Tron and Tron DAPs because they're pretty impressive what they're doing. The two best advantages to every single online casino period, to every single DAP Tron casino period that no other casino can provide in the internet space, and arguably online too. Arguably in real world too, like brick and mortar casinos. But brick and mortar casinos can offer so much more in the way of entertainment, blah, blah, blah. You can't even compare that. But compared to every other internet-based casino, there's two huge advantages to Tron DAP casinos. And I hope to help get that message out there, because if you're going to play in an online internet casino, you really should be playing on a Tron casino, in my opinion. The first one is that the first advantage is you can own a piece. You got the best comps. Every other internet casino, the only comp that they're going to give you is you're going to get cash back on your wagers. They'll give you, 0.1% of everything you wager, you'll get some sort of cash back. And all everybody's going to do is obviously just put it back in. But that's it. You'll get cash back. Or on occasion, when action is low at the casino, they may shoot you over an email and say, hey, here's $25 on us, to go wager. And basically, you got to wager it 20 times or 25 times or 50 times, and then whatever you get after that, they'll let you keep it. Of course, they suspect that you won't keep it because you'll end up losing it. But that's about the best casino promotions that you see. However, every single one of these DAP promotions, at least right now, in early stages, you have a huge advantage. You don't get quote-unquote cash back. You get a piece of the action of the casino. So if you like playing there, like I like playing on Royal. I love playing Poker Hero. I like playing Dootron. I like playing Pokertron. Those are my absolute favorites right now. And I like the other platforms. I'm going to keep messing around with them. When 888 pulls out roulette, I'm going to test it out. But those are my three favorite right now. When you like a platform, it's really cool that you can get rewarded back in a share of the future dividends that platform produces. That is unique, that no other internet casino can provide, period, ever. However, that's relatively short term. At some point, all the tokens get mined eventually if it's successful. But there's another massive, massive advantage that Tron DAPs provide that no other internet casino can provide, and no other casino will ever be able to provide this, ever. This is the single best advantage, period, end of story. I'm about to show it to you right now. Right there. Your wallet. You never deposit money, period. You never have to worry about, are they going to pay you? Are they going to pay you in a timely manner? You never have to worry about, is your bank going to allow your debit card to go through because you want to make a $50 deposit? I got to tell you, I've mostly played online poker, but I've also messed around on the online casinos, primarily because I used to do a little bit of marketing for them 15 years ago plus. And one of the things that was annoying, I was young back then in my early 20s. In fact, I was probably 19 or 20 back then. But one of the things that was frustrating is, well, back then it was easy to get online and play, but there was a transition a few years after that where it was difficult. Your banks wouldn't allow you. It would still be legal. To my knowledge, there's no federal laws stopping someone from playing. There are several states that will not allow you to play, supposedly. And so the casino's trying to abide by that. Basically, what happens is the banks won't allow you to make a purchase on a gaming website, or the actual casino themselves won't allow people from an IP address from that area to play. And if you try to play using a VPN, at some point that's not going to work, because if you want to cash out, they got to send that check to somewhere. And it's not worth it trying to get all crazy and shady with it. And if that's not enough issue, getting money on and getting money off just because of various laws, if that's not a big enough issue, there's plenty of websites to talk about, hey, this poker website's taking too long to pay. I requested a deposit. It took them, 50, not 50. It took them a week, or it took them 2 weeks, or I've been waiting a month and I finally got my deposit, or I finally got my withdrawal. It's instant in real time with Tron DAPs. Instant, real time. Like, you don't even have to click a withdrawal. It's just magic. You never deposit money there. It's just always there. So those are huge advantages that internet casinos will never, traditional internet casinos will never, ever, ever, ever be able to do, period. And I think that's important, and hopefully more people find out about Tron cryptocurrency space because of such advantages, and maybe some people will, you know, come into cryptocurrency. It's just a matter of people, the word's got to get out there that, hey, if you like to play and you're tired of waiting a week for a withdrawal or 2 weeks or a month, how about instant withdrawal? How about instant? Like, you can instantly withdraw it now. You don't have to withdraw, and then what happens a lot of times is it takes a day or two to get approved, and your money's sitting there frozen, you know, and then you can go and cancel the withdrawal if you want to, which sometimes I think is shady too. I think it's like a shady way for the casino to stall, wanting you to you know, decide you want to gamble, and so you cancel the payout and you start playing with it again. It's crazy. Can I repeat everything? Just send your friend to this video to the exact second where I started saying that. But that's the advantage. Period. Let's go take a look. What? Who put me up on TronPays? Is it tronpays.com? Is that it? I'm just dying to know. Where was it at? Oh, you beat her. Oh, it was up here probably. Yeah, I did not do this. Just an FYI. I did not do that. Tron Next. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Tron Next. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. I'm going to mine it a little bit. I'm going to get some of those tokens. I got links in the description to everything. I appreciate you watching my videos. Here's what I want you to think about. If you mine anything, now we know, because we've been through the 888 debacle, the Tron Bet debacle, Tron Crush, where some of us got crushed, literally. I think it's important to go in cautiously, mine just a little bit, and kind of see how it goes. Especially if the token ends up going on an exchange. Later on, you can just pick them up cheap. I mean, I'm blown away that more people aren't picking up 888 tokens. I'm definitely got a buy order for 888 tokens right now. And I would be buying Dootron because it was, I don't know what the price is today, but yesterday it was dirt cheap, and the returns on that have been good. All you have to do, by the way, to figure out if if the returns are good, is look at if you have any tokens, look at the current dividend price that you're going to get, or the last one you got. Look at the current price of the token. So, for example, I'll show you. Let's just say the current token price is, I don't know what it is right now. Let's just say it's 0.6 of a Tron. Okay, you just multiply it by your total. So we'll just say, well, times 31159.98. So that's the number. Okay, I'm just going to round 18,695. We'll just keep it there. So then all you do is you look at the last dividend, 276.56, divided by the first number we came up with, 18,695, sorry, equals. You move it 2 decimal places, 1, 2. So on that 276 Tron payout, we got 1.4% a day. 1.4% a day. 1.4% a day. BitMEX, take a look at look into the description of this live video. I got everything down there. 1.47% a day. That's crazy. So even if we only hit 100 today, and we might not, let's say that we hit 80 TRX. So it would be 80. If the current price is 0.6, I don't know what it is on KiwiDex, but it was around there yesterday. Divided by 18695. 0.42% a day. There's not an investment, and that's on a low dividend day. There's not an investment on the planet that's going to allow you to earn 0.4% a day. Now, we don't know that's not financial advice. We don't know how long they're going to keep performing. But the longer they're around and you keep seeing these dividends like this, the better it is. The better it is. And I'm gonna keep. I mean, if just to keep from getting diluted, I'll pick up Dootron over time. But at first, I want some more 888, some more Tron Vegas from the exchanges. I'm not going to play them and mine them for the most part. I might get some more rubies, but I think my next focus for now, my immediate focus is going to be to mine this one a little bit, just in case, just to see what happens. Tron Next. I'm going to mine it a little bit, and then I'm going to, I already got it taken down, Pokertron. Those are my two first ones. No, I'm not in Ace Wins. I haven't been in it at all. I did look at it though, Christopher. You know, you kind of get overloaded in this space a little bit. You kind of got to take it one at a time. First thing I'm going to do is mine at least 100 tokens on Tron Next and let the dividends come out, see how they do, and I might just hold those 100 tokens. But if it picks up, here's the thing: it looks like they got Facebook, Twitter, Telegram. Who knows? Who knows what they'll end up doing? It all comes down to the devs. I'm blown away that 888 and Tron Bet has not had more development as long as they've been out already. Personally, I'm blown away that they've not had a bit more development. So it really comes down to the devs and who's going to develop what, and how long is it going to take them to come out with new games. What's this right here? Auction? What is this? They're going to auction. They're going to have their own internal exchange for their token. Who knows? Who knows? So my first, I'm gonna mine this one, and I'm gonna play some Pokertron at least through the next stage. I mean, I'll play anyway, but I'm gonna play it aggressively just to get tokens while they're as cheap as I can get them to get me through the next stage. Because I think Pokertron definitely has some long-term viability. If you ever look at my descriptions, you want to know kind of what I favor. I typically put the link. Do I think Bankroll will last because of bank luck? Do you guys want me to talk about Bankroll and bank luck? If you really want me to talk about it, type yes in the comments. I'll talk about it reluctantly if there's enough of you that want me to talk about it. And do me a favor, if I'm going to talk about Bankroll and bank luck, be sure to hit that subscribe button and hit that thumbs up icon, because I got some probably not popular opinions on Bankroll and bank luck. But I'm just, listen, on my channel, I'm just trying to, I know that we're all biased. Look, I've got an investment in bank luck that I haven't ROI'd either. So it's to my advantage to promote the heck out of it. And it may shock me, but I've got opinions about it. But if there's enough of you that want me to talk about it, I'll talk about it. My current goal is to basically get more of these tokens and play Pokertron, because I think Pokertron, it comes down to player experience. And what I don't like right now when I look at Tron Next is I don't see compelling enough player experience. But it doesn't mean that the devs can't come out with something cool. It doesn't mean that for some, I've learned one thing about the space is that people are not rational. People are not rational at all. So it doesn't mean that suddenly people are going to start coming over here and start playing. That's absolutely possible. Yeah, Billy Boob, you said it just right. So here's my thought on Bankroll and bank luck. Why would I play bank luck, which says it's a non-profit casino? I don't like a lot of the verbiage that goes on over there. Why would I play bank luck, a non-profit casino with a 3% house edge? I get what they're saying. There's no actual profits taken off the casino action itself. The 3% house edge goes to the contract. I get it. But it's a contract that will inevitably end. Everything that you get over there, yes, it pays out well because it pays out 3.33%. Nothing pays that out. But it's all going to end. All of it is going to end. Why? If I was going to play something, why wouldn't I play something that is at least going to give me a token? I've never regretted the tokens that I've held on to at 888. I mean, I've never regretted the Tron Raider rubies even that I've got. The dude that I'm holding on to. Even the tokens that I've got playing roulette on Tron Vegas, because I haven't actually bought any yet, just played a little roulette over there. I've not regretted holding on to those tokens. What does it matter if my losses go to credits and it's all eventually ending? Now, granted, all these casinos can end too, but they're going to end because of poor business decisions. Bank luck was designed to end the moment it was designed. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, bankroll. There's nothing wrong, which bank luck feeds into. There's nothing wrong with that if you understand that. It's kind of disheartening. I heard someone in Telegram said just 2 or 3 days ago that they just put in 244,000 TRX into bankroll. And I'm like, what? It is a third of a way down if I looked at it properly. A third of the way. Like, no, why would you put 200,000 TRX into that? And I don't know. I just worry that people are making bad decisions, and I'm not responsible for their bad decisions. And I do think there's possible that bank luck can keep Bankroll going. I think you're going to know in the next couple of days. All you got to do is, look, let's go there. All you got to do is come over here. I need to do a withdrawal, don't I? Current contract balance, 94. Tomorrow, if it's 93 or 92, bank luck is not helping. It is not helping. But if I was going to gamble on anything, why would I gamble on something that's going to drop? Why would I gamble on that? Like, it is going to drop. I mean, they've lost over a third already. It should have been out. Like, if they were going to launch the bank luck, it should have came out either immediately when Bankroll came online, or it should have came out a week or so, 3 to 4 days later, when all the hype was going to help add to the hype. But at the end of the day, it still ends. And look, they're adding members, which is crazy. There are new members coming online when the deposit is shrinking. Oh my goodness. I mean, I don't know. Like, if I'm going to waste my money gambling on something, I'm a dice game too. It's not even that revolutionary. If I'm going to waste my time gambling on something, it's going to be, someone got 43,000 Tron, good for them. It's going to be on a casino, I think. They don't know. BitMEX, do you think that? Do you think people don't really realize it's shrinking? Like, I sometimes, I'm baffled in this space. Like, I am just baffled. Somebody put a comment on one of my videos when I was talking about mining 888. Someone put a comment and said, I'm mining it, but I keep losing Tron. Why am I losing Tron if I'm mining it? No, he said, I'm losing Tron, but I'm gaining tokens. Why am I losing Tron? And I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I don't even understand how to respond to that. BG, that cannot be a serious question. Please tell me that's not a serious question. You shouldn't do either. You should withdraw. $105 million on what? On luck? Oh, the current jackpot is 43. 105 million Tron. The house balance. Oh, on Bankroll, the balance on Bankroll. The highest it got was. Oh. I'm making the same mistake I did on Tron Village, huh? That's total deposits. Gotcha. So it's not clear. You're not clear how high it was. Gotcha, gotcha. Someone say click the jackpot tab. Where's the jackpot tab? Down here? Jackpot, jackpot. Is that 420 or is it 1,000? I think it's 420 because it doesn't have the K. Okay. There's a lot of people winning the jackpot. That's cool. A lot of small jackpots. Gatex. Yeah, Tron Bank is big. I didn't get into Tron Bank. And I don't know that I'm going to get in it now because it's one of those things where I think I missed that opportunity. Gatex. Gatex is binary options. A lot of people who are in Gatex don't know about binary options. Binary options are something that I'm a little bit familiar with as well. They're a horrible player experience. Binary options are a massive ripoff. The house edge is a sheer 5%. 5%. So 5% is massive. A massive house edge. And it's not technically a lot of fun other than just flipping a coin, basically. A lot of people like it. The ones who like it think they can somehow pick a second-by-second trend, and they think that helps them. But in my experience, most people aren't successful with that. And even if you are, it's a 5% house edge against you. you got to beat that house edge first, and most people aren't able to do that. So I think GADEX there may be some good mining opportunities, but I'm not seeing it actually go anywhere long term. I think once the mining's done, I think the token's going to slow down. Personally, here's what I can tell you: I would much rather be mining Tron right now, because as long as you mine, if you play it conservatively and you have a bankroll to get enough bets in, and you follow the proper strategy in my playlist, you should be able to get tokens at 1.1, TRX. Each token is 1 point. Let me go back there. So 100, let's say 110, is that? So 2% wagered, let's go back. 55 wagered gets you 1 PKT with a house edge of 2%, if that's what the house edge is. And I don't know that, I can't confirm that yet. I did message the divs. They said they're going to have a white paper and a provably fair link up here earlier. The key with Tron is it cannot be random. If it is just a random numbers generator based off the hash, if that's how they're coming up with these cards, then it throws everything out the window, and we're basically playing a slot machine. True story. Then it's a matter of what's the slot machine's edge. But the way it's supposed to be set up, if it's the way video poker should be set up, is it's designed to mimic. It's not totally random. It's designed to mimic a 52 deck of cards. If that is 100% the case, and I think that it is. Thank you, Billy Boob. I appreciate that. I think that it is. I'm hoping that it's designed to mimic a 52 deck of cards. If it is, then the house edge is 2% or less. 2% or less. And you know that based off the pay table. I did a video on that previously. But it's 2% or less. And that 2%, a lot of it goes over here. So the house isn't left with but so much. If that's true, if it's a 2% house edge, then it's currently going to cost about 1.1 TRX. If you're mining it, if you're playing conservatively, you're playing proper strategy, 1.1 TRX per PKT. Well, I'm thinking that we're going to get about, on the math I did earlier in this video, we're going to get about 1.6 Tron as dividends. I mean, it's almost, unless you have a small bankroll, you don't play it enough, I mean, it's almost a guarantee, as long as your cost per token is low enough. I mean, it's almost a guarantee profitable ROI on the next dip payout. The first one was profitable. The second one should be profitable, as long as it's a 2% house edge, as long as you're playing proper strategy and you're just like playing enough bets. How long do I think the div will last? I think the div will. What do you mean by that? Ask that question another way. If you think I think it will go to zero, I don't know that there's any indication that it will ever go to zero, if that's what you're asking. We will continue to get diluted, but I'm right now on Dootron making a killing on Dootron. I mean, you just saw in this video, I got 1.4% on the last payout. I'm going to get 0.4, 0.3, 0.5% on the next payout probably. That's crazy. I think, in my very uneducated opinion, I think they got the worst music ever. I think that, again, I reserve the right to be 100% wrong about 100% of everything, 100% of the time. So just know that when you watch my channel. That's why in the description at the bottom it says, consider this entertainment and satire. But in my very uneducated opinion, I think Tron has the potential to be the current strongest dividend payer over the next few weeks, which all these platforms are only a few weeks old. I think Tron Bet's the oldest, and it might be, what, 2-3 months old? So will these DAPs disappear? If the Tron network disappears, I think they will. I think the genie's out of the bottle. I think if a DAP disappears, it's going to be replaced by a better competitor, which is why I'm willing to mine Tron Bet, these TNX tokens, Tron Next, sorry. I don't think today Tron Next is better, but you never know what the developers are going to do in the long run. And once these tokens are mined, they're mined and they're gone. So, this is new, I didn't see that. Once they're mined and they're gone. So if the developers do something amazing later, it's too late. The token's already mined. So I want to get in early. What do you mean, are we truly the 1% then? What does that mean? Are you on any of the IOST apps? I'm not messing with IOST right now. A friend of mine is better at understanding these white papers and stuff, and he's skeptical, and that causes me to be skeptical for two reasons. One, his skepticism made me take a pause. But before I even get to his skepticism, the one thing that bothered me, if you watch any of my videos, if you're a regular watcher, and if you're not, I hope you'll become a regular watcher. One of the things that I am bugged by a lot, 1% as in early. Absolutely, I think we're the 1% that are early. I think we're the 0.1% that are early. Listen, oh my goodness. We just looked at Bankroll. Bankroll is one of the largest ROI contracts. There's only 5,000 people out of, a worldwide population. Only 5,000. There's only 5,000 people in that contract. And it's not even 5,000 because that's 5,000 wallet addresses. And some people probably got multiple wallet addresses. So it's less than 5,000. Yeah, we are the 0.001% BitMEX. I fully believe that. Which is why I think that it's so exciting. This is what gets me passionate about this space. Like the rest of the world doesn't even know. Do you understand how many people are playing online casinos and they don't even know that there's a platform that you can use and never even have to make a deposit or withdrawal from? It's instant with every play. Deposit, withdrawal. If you even tried to explain that to them, most of them wouldn't believe you. They'd be like, no, that's not possible. And then you have to explain what cryptocurrencies are, and it's a bit of a learning curve, but I think that slowly people are going to wake up. They're going to get it. Like, it's crazy. So IOST, two things bother me. The issue is that Tron is already very small in this ecosystem. I mean, if Ethereum had their act together, all of us would be able to earn so much more dividends. We would be so much more development. It would be so much more awesome because there'd be so many people here. We would earn much more consistent dividends because even the fragments who want to keep playing on 888, Tron Vegas, all the fragments that play even when nobody else is mining it, those fragments would be much bigger, which means there would be much more dividends earned. It would be very, very fascinating. But we're not even close. If you come to CoinMarketCap, I mean, just think about this for a moment. Ethereum is at 100, the circuit supply market cap, 17, what's that, billion? 17 billion. And we're all the way down here at 1.7. So if we were at 10 times bigger, if we were at 17 billion, which is exactly what it would be, if we were 10 times bigger, that means there'd be 50,000 wallet addresses playing Bankroll. That means divs would be much bigger. Much bigger. It would, yeah, but that doesn't, BitMEX, that's irrelevant. And we're talking about in comparison to the next biggest, the biggest DAP creating cryptocurrency is Ethereum. So if we were at that size, then a lot more people would be playing. Obviously, Ethereum was also bigger at one point. This market cap was much bigger. But in comparison to the size that Ethereum is now, if that's who we were, if there was that many people in Tron, so why would when you go to IOST, check this out. What's this market cap? I don't even know. 200 million? They're not even at a billion market cap? 200 million? Like, okay. That makes me a little nervous. It's not even at a billion. It's a fraction of a billion. Hey, Duck, how's it going? So now, with that being said, could it be a good token to maybe hold? Maybe. A lot of action on it lately. It doesn't take a lot for it to pump up. I don't know what the volume on the exchanges are, but could it be a gamble to hold it? Maybe. But the other issue is, I got a buddy of mine, he said something really good. He said, I'm really skeptical about IOST because they came out on the day of inception. They supposedly, if you read their white paper, all of a sudden, they're like the greatest blockchain on the planet. They got everything that every blockchain ever wanted, and they've got it on day one. And he's like, that sort of growth to development from people that, he didn't recognize in the cryptocurrency blockchain space. He said, I don't know, it just makes me a little bit nervous, a little bit. But it doesn't mean that there's not an opportunity there. I'm just not messing with the DAP space right now because I don't see enough volume. It doesn't mean I never will, but that's been my hesitation. There's just not enough volume. I want to see enough volume. Yeah, the supply is super low. That's the interesting thing about it, right? Compared to a lot of things out there. The supply is super low. Crypto man, I don't know what you mean by faucet. Let me come over here and start mining some of these tokens while I'm on this. We'll do the dice. We'll do the. I actually need to do some withdrawals, but I don't want to do withdrawals. Let's see. Auto. Roll under. Might end up losing that. We're going to let it mine while this is going, at least see if I can get some tokens. Faucet or something, earn some free TRX. Yeah, Ninja, exactly. No, you're right about that. And you're right about what you're saying about can the network support it. Here's the issue. Is the network secure? I mean, people have already said that about Tron. Is the network secure? That's the other issue. We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. It's going to have to get tested. But the DAPs are a great way for it to get tested. I want to see a world of ROI and auto betting DAPs. Get out of here, BitMax. That's not ever going to happen. I think ROIs might be past their peak. I think they're past their prime. That's my guess. Good luck, BG. Good luck on the IOST ROI. I mean, I can totally see the argument in buying some and holding it, but you know, you just got to be careful. You just don't ever know what's going to happen in that space. You never know. What's you guys? I'm just curious. What's your favorite casino DAP? I told you mine. I mean, I'm here mining this one just because it's the next thing. And yeah, I've got links to all these in my description, obviously, but my favorite definitely is this one, PokerTron, followed by Royal Vegas. How about you guys? No, PokerTron, Dootron, and Royal Vegas. How about you guys? What's your favorite? PokerTron. PokerTron's awesome. Like, it is awesome. In my opinion, I think it has the most long-term ROI. Short-term ROIs need to go away. Any other ROI needs to be supported by external revenue sources that feed it. Otherwise, you end up upside down like Bankroll. Yeah, but Ninja, you're going to end up upside down in every ROI. Somebody's going to end up upside down in every ROI. The math dictates that. How much do you need to freeze to mine for 10 hours? I don't know. I probably don't have enough. It depends on what you're mining. Everything is different. Everything is different. Let's see. How much am I losing right here? And let me refresh this. See, everything's different. This wasn't full, but I was up to over half. I have 107. What do I got? 137 frozen. And dude, I hate. I mean, I'm gonna keep freezing it because I hate mining when there's no energy. Hate it. Yeah, I love poker. PokerTron's fun. Everybody said that. GakeX and PokerTron for me at the moment. Good luck on that GakeX. I mean, it may end up being a good earner. For sure. I'm shocked at the people promoting GakeX. I mean, I'm shocked at the people doing GakeX. Because because I think most people don't know about the history of binary options. There's very mixed reviews about binary options, but they can be profitable, so it could be a good earner. That's for sure. Anyone else? What don't you like about GakeX? Let's hear it, Shakara. Anyone playing Dootron in here or Royal? Royal doesn't even have an affiliate link, and I still promote them because I freaking like it, and I want to see them do well in this space. Like, if they've got an affiliate link, if you click on any of my links in the descriptions, just assume it's an affiliate link. But even if they don't have an affiliate link, if I like it, I'll promote it. Someone, you know, when you're a YouTuber, you get all these freaking people reaching out to you, wanting you to promote their thing, and it's annoying. And that's only made more annoying by all the referral links that everybody wants to shield to you. But the thing that, my thing is this. I told the guy, someone in one of my last videos commented and said, hey, I work on a team that's putting out a new casino DAP. We've got this, we've got that. We're coming out with multiplayer Texas Hold'em. We'd love for you to review. We got an affiliate link, blah, blah, blah. And I said, if that's the case, just let me know when it releases. I'll watch it. You ain't got to talk to me. I'll play it. If I like it, I'm going to talk about it. And if you got an affiliate link, great. And if you don't, great. I'm still going to talk about it if I like it. Period. Let me see. Gaykex Pokertron for me. Is that a moment? One thing I don't like about Gaykex. That is interesting. Price goes up based on what's frozen and not mine. That's kind of anti-economic. What do I think of the live roulette? Where at, BitMax? Where's live roulette at? Tron Bet is still my fave. A lot of people say that, Jay-Z. I think it's because it's just the OG, right? So a lot of people's first one. Don, that's good to know. That's still a pretty good return if that holds true. I mean, it ain't no Pokertron return, but it's a pretty good return. The problem is, what's the next stage of mining going to be? They're going to start diluting fast. I'm over here mining it right now. Someone said, what do you think of? Where's live roulette at? Tron.roulette.net. I'll have to check it out. Let's check it out. You know what? This stream's been going a while. Let's check it out. Tron.roulette.net. That one? Did I spell roulette right? Roulette. Oh, roulette DAP.net. I see it. I see it. Oh. Get out of here. Ooh, that's Chinese. Ooh, that's Chinese. Oh, this is nice looking if it was in English. There we go. Nice. Hey, it looks nice. Definitely looks nice. 50 is the minimum. No, thank you. But it's live. There's like 12 people here. And you can see what bets are playing. That's cool. Too bad you can't talk, though. Yeah, no divs, but it doesn't... Can you... Bet history? Okay. But can you talk? That's the thing. Like, to me, it doesn't matter that it's multiplayer and live. If you can. Like, the cool thing about it is when people chat back and forth. It's slow? Yeah. I have TMEV in my wallet, but it's not showing in Royal Vegas. You know what? I have that same issue, but not with TMV. I have that same issue with... these do. I don't know what that's all about. And there's another one. Yeah, these are right here. I don't know what this is all about. I haven't asked. I don't know. Some sort of weird glitch for sure. I don't know what it's all about. They notice they have a value of 0. Same thing over here for the do. The do have, these should have a value. And they show a value of 0. So I don't know what it is. Royal Vegas payout's going to be nice. I like Royal Vegas. I can't believe more people don't play that. I should do a video on the strategy. There is a strategy for that I've recently learned. Like an actual play strategy to increase your odds of winning. But poker, it was shocked me how many of you guys like poker, but poker is awesome. Absolutely. All right. Boys and girls, this has been a lot of fun. I've got to go hang out with my son now. We're about to go make a fire and cook hot dogs outside and do boy stuff. And I'm going to light up a cigar, and I'm going to watch these DAPs, and I'm going to keep mining over here for a while. I need to do some withdrawals. I'm currently winning. Look at that. I'm going to keep mining over here and see what happens. What do I get here? How many I got? Refresh that. I hate when you have to refresh. I'm like, should we have to refresh on DAP websites? Got 4. Got 4. I want to get 100. I want to get 100. Thank you so much for being here, everyone. Have a great night. I appreciate you being here, being part of this community. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe. Links for everything in the description, if I must say that again. Peace, BitMax. Bye, Shakara. Love seeing you guys around. You're always here. I appreciate it. Later, Chi. Don, thanks for being here. Take care. Jay-Z, loving Tron Bet. Take care. See ya.